Groovy.
Hey guys, welcome to Rotting Flesh Movie Reviews. It's been a really long time since I last did an episode. Thank you for staying subscribed as I took my summer break. You guys are probably thinking, oh, fuck you, Bill. You guys are probably thinking to yourselves, oh, fuck you, Bill. Yeah, you just ditched out on Demon Month. For that, I apologize. There was too much work and partying to do. Anyway, I'm here to make it up to you and finish Demon Month now. Not like this isn't the last episode of Demon Month. It's going to continue for the rest of the month. The movie we're doing today is Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn, made in 1987, the year I was born, directed by Sam Raimi. Now, Evil Dead 2 was driven to be more of a slapstick comedy horror movie kind of direction. They strayed from the horror-based original and turned their main character Ash, of course played by the certified badass, the man, the myth, the legend, the chin, Bruce Campbell, into a certified badass. However, he plays this badass role with such goofiness and fear that it just makes him slightly, more of an unlikely hero. The movie starts off as a remake of the original. As they didn't have the funding that they did for the first film, some characters didn't actually come back for the sequel. In this one, Ash and his girlfriend Linda go for a little vacation in the cabin in the woods. And they find the tape where that professor guy does the incantations that were in the first film. They play the tape and it unleashes the entities in the woods, which of course end up possessing Linda. Yeah, this all happens in under 10 minutes. Ash kills his girlfriend and buries her. We then cut to the footage at the end of the first film where the entity in the woods attacks Ash, and he's like, "Ah!" We come to realize he is possessed by the entity, but for some reason when sunlight hits him, the demon just goes away. I'm not entirely sure if I like this aspect of this film. As it keeps going, the demon spirit fucks with Ash a whole bunch, and then Linda comes back from the dead to attack Ash. This is some of the creepiest stop motion footage I've ever seen. Some really great stuff happens, and Ash finally disposes of Linda, but not without getting bit on the hand, which gives him a really nasty infection. But this is Bruce Campbell doing some of the best mosh pit moves ever invented. Now, the professor who read the incantations from the Necronomicon has a daughter named Annie. She shows up at the cabin with missing pages from the Necronomicon. She comes to find Ash with a gun and a chainsaw covered with blood. Assuming Ash killed her parents, her research partner Ed, and a couple named Jake and Bobby Joe throw Bruce Campbell, Ash, into the cellar. They come to find out that was a bad idea.
But I dragged her down the steps, and I buried her. I buried her in the cellar. God help me, I buried her in the earthen floor of the fruit cellar.
down there with him.
No, can't be. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Someone's in my fridge cellar. Ah! Someone with a fresh soul. Out of the house! There's something down there!
That was Ted Raimi. Sam Raimi, the director's little brother. I'm a nerd. They end up all getting killed or possessed one by one like the first movie. All except Ash, who ends up opening a portal that sucks him back to 1300 AD. This was a shocking and interesting way to end the movie. It shows that no matter what Ash does, his situation just keeps getting worse and worse. Alright guys, well the direction here again was amazing. Sam Raimi is a genius when it comes to these Evil Dead movies, and it's like he's the only one that can direct one almost. I say almost because we all know that there's a remake. It was very slapstick at times, but it worked well for this movie for some reason. This was written really well too. There is never much dialogue in these movies, which makes it interesting that they can even keep you connected to the characters for that long, or even interested. The cinematography was great. The sets were awesome, even though in some scenes, like when he's running through the cabin, you can see on the roof the sets ending, kind of thing. You can so they were awesome though. The lighting is the same bare bulb look as the first film. I like that kind of lighting. It works really well. The acting in Evil Dead 2 was campy but enjoyable. I liked the characters a little bit more than the first movie, especially Bruce Campbell's performance. The dialogue was very sparse, but I don't think it was really needed anyway. The special effects in Evil Dead 2, as expected, were beautiful and just super creepy. Even hilarious at times. I like the music in this movie better than the first movie for sure. It's just better. In the end, can I recommend Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn? It is its own monster compared to the original, and I like it. Do I think it's better than the original though? Nah. I prefer more of a horror-based movie myself, although most fans agree that this is their favorite. So can I recommend it? Yeah. I will give this one a 7 out of 10. It deserves it. Yeah. Thank you for being a bunch of really great guys. Please, don't subscribe to me. Go outside and play with a puppy instead. That Midget production.